it's Next and welcome back to my channel. So today we're building in the Phanteks Evolv X2 case. Last time I asked you guys if you wanted me to do a custom loop or a simple AIO. So today we're going to be doing an AIO, and in the next video I'm going to be doing a custom loop on the white version of the Phanteks Evolv X2 case. So right now let's go over the parts. We'll be using the MSI 5080 Gaming Trio. For the processor we have the AMD 9900X. Our AIO is the TRYX Panorama SE. We have the Phanteks Evolv 1000 watt power supply. For RAM, we have the Trident Z5 Neo DDR5 from G-Skill. Motherboard, sorry, that was my dad. For our motherboard, we do have the MSI MPG X870E Carbon Wi-Fi, and for our RAM, we have the Trident Z5 Neo DDR5 RAM from G-Skill. So I'm just gonna put the CPU in first. It feels weird not deleting a CPU. Oh, you know what? Let me just wipe the top of the CPU real quick. Now, I just want to double check that there aren't any bent pins so that I don't lose my mind. I like making sure that with each step that I do, that I didn't do anything wrong, now more than ever. I don't like having to backtrack figuring out what went wrong. If it doesn't post, put it on the record that there are no bent pins. Okay, let's just line up the triangles and then carefully place it in. For the storage, I'm using the Samsung 980 Pro. This is 2 terabytes. So now let's just take off the heatsink, and I love these MSI boards because you don't even need a screwdriver, just pop them right off. So place it at a 45-degree angle and then push it down. There we go. And don't forget, one of the standoff screw holes is actually right here. It's going to be covered by the heatsink, but we're just going to go ahead and cover it up because it's so easy to take it off anyway. Okay, so now we're taking off the fan brackets. Over here, there are 4 screws that we have to take off here and 1 screw at the back. And hi, Leia! She wants to help out. So I'm prepping the fans as early as now just because I like working with the most space. Because once the motherboard is there, the space is going to be a little bit limited. So it's just, you might as well. So these are the Phanteks M25 fans, and if you guys notice at the middle, they have these very beautiful mirror-like finish at the center of each fans. And I figured I want to have a shroud that matches the fans. So we're gonna go ahead and create a mirror-like shroud. So I already have the template because I had to create one for my last build with the shrouds. And this is a live shot of the laser cutters, and this is the acrylic right over here. So I'm just gonna move my pattern right here at the top, and I've got all of my settings already dialed in. Sometimes things in the real world don't quite pan out and match what I envision in my head, and that's what happened here. After I attached the mirror-like shrouds and seeing it in person, I realized that it was going to clash a little too much with the rest of the build. So I went back to my design options to see how I could improve the look. So we've got case wirings here, as you can see, and once the bracket is over it, I'm gonna have a difficult time maneuvering or wiring any of the cables along with the power supply unit cables. So that's why we're installing the power supply unit in first. That brand new smell. I wonder if this also has that brand new smell to it. Can't confirm, it does. What's in this other bag? So these are the cables. Oh, more cables. Perfect. Smells good. So this is the Phanteks Revolt cable kit to go along with the Phanteks 1000 watt power supply to go into our Phanteks Evolv X2 case. Okay. Like your daughter with long hair, set aside her hair. Make room. There we go. Okay. Okay, so next thing we're gonna attach is a 12 volt high power. And this kit has 2 of them. So if you happen to have 2 graphics cards for your build, then, you know, you're all set. Fortunately, I'm not a baller like you guys, so we're only gonna need 1. What's this? What's this? Cat hair. Don't want that getting in there. Hair flip. There's actually 1 more cable because I'm gonna be using a hub, and this one is going into the PCIe port, and the other end is a 6-pin PCIe.
Oh, we've got a live one, mate.
Perfect. Okay, that was the last screw. Alright, so next thing we're gonna do is we're gonna be installing the AIO and the fan up here at the top of the case. So if you guys remember, I am gonna be installing a shroud, which will add about 3 millimeters at the top. So it won't be fully flushed out, but what I'm gonna do is I'm going to be adding some washers so that the fan and the bracket will be elevated a little bit, and therefore everything will be nicely flushed out, including the shroud. So this is what I'm talking about. I added these washers here, so instead of the bracket resting on here, it's gonna rest on top of here. And these washers are exactly 3 millimeters thick. So I've got this one last hole right over here, so I'm just putting in the AIO. So you see how the bracket is resting on top of the washer, which is exactly how we planned it. And now I'm just gonna lock it in place. All right, so now I'm just gonna screw the other screws tight. All right, and as you guys can see, the shrouds are right where I want them to be. And don't worry about the brown stuff. Obviously, it's just a protective cover. So for the bottom fans, I do have the same problem as I did with the fans on top, but instead of the fans being too low, they're actually too high. So I'm gonna go ahead and do a quick modification on that. I'm gonna install the bottom fans later. Right now I wanna install the AIO first. So before we get started, we have to switch out the bracket and make sure it's the appropriate bracket. For an AMD board, I just have to switch out the bracket here in the front. But for an Intel board, you actually do have to switch the bracket at the back as well. Now, normally I would have done this before installing the motherboard onto the case, but right now, since I'm filming, it's just a much better angle. I'm gonna be keeping these screws because I'm gonna be using the same screws for the AIO bracket of the TRYX. Oh, so that's a nice little touch right there. They give you a quick reminder as to how the orientation of the bracket is supposed to be. So for this one, it has the arrow pointing up, so this side needs to be facing the CPU. Cool. So I'm not tightening it all the way. Okay, so now we're just going to attach the AIO pump. So there's already some pre-applied thermal grease on the AIO pump, but the kit also does come with some extra thermal grease. Okay, so it'll be pretty obvious when you're done because there's not going to be any more budge to it. So now that we're done installing the AIO, next thing I'm going to do is I'm going to fix the wiring, install the last of the fans, and then install the graphics card, and then we're done. So normally I would have already attached the EPS cables right over here before I attached the motherboard onto the case, but I mean with the Phanteks Evolv X2, there's just so much room over here that it doesn't really matter if I attach it after attaching the motherboard onto the case because I can easily just attach the cables without any problem. Right now we're going to be installing the bottom fans, and instead of the mirror finish, I'm going with this gray metallic shiny finish instead. And I think it looks pretty. What do you guys think? Wait. This to be lower because remember we dropped down the bracket, so I drilled a hole here to make it line up so that it's secured. So this is what the fans look like with the shrouds, and you can see why I chose this over the silver mirror-like finish because I found that other one clashed with the overall designs, whereas this, it blends in seamlessly and it just looks very classy and beautiful for me. Is the monitor on? So it'll probably help if I plug in the GPU first. Ay, nako. All right, I'll fix the cabling in a bit, but right now I just want to see if it'll post. Oh, it posted. Whee! So the build looks really great, but then I thought, you know what? I think this build might look even better with a vertical mounted GPU. So this is the vertical mount that I might be using, and what's cool about this is two things. One is it has its own LED strip, that's why it has this right here. And another is you could angle the GPU on how you want it to look. You could have it look like this, or you could have it straight up. Okay, so this is the 5080 Gaming Trio graphics card. This is the one that's going to be going onto the bracket. These three right here are the LEDs. They're going to light up. By the way, if you guys have been mounting your graphics card horizontally, you probably wouldn't know about this. But since I'm mounting this vertically, I noticed this. And that this graphic card has these three screws on the side, which we'll actually be using later on because they help secure the graphics card onto the bracket.